Live from across the tri-states, this is KHQA This Morning. It's your news now.
Well, Kristen Aguirre, she is out in Keokuk this morning having a good time.
Yeah, getting a little out of her comfort zone. Good morning, Kristen.
Yes, we are a little bit out of my comfort zone. This is not any theater or anything like that. We are talking wrestling camp. So you have a little girl or son at home that's interested. This is definitely the place to be. We're at Mixed Martial Arts University inside of the Keokuk River City Mall. And the camp is being taught by Julian Fikert. Now, tell us a little bit about your background, because you know a thing or two about wrestling.
All right. Well, I started out wrestling here in Keokuk, and in high school I placed second in the state my sophomore year, and then I ended up injuring my shoulder my junior year, but my senior year I took fourth at state.
And right now you're still currently wrestling.
Yes, yep. It'll be my fourth year in collegiate wrestling.
And you go to
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Now,
Yeah.
but Martial Arts University is actually ran by you, Chris. Why did you decide to hold this camp here?
Basically, I thought that this would be a great opportunity for our local wrestlers, especially the youth in the community, to get a chance to work with someone who's actually in, the really cream of the crop of Division I wrestling, who's also from the community, and kind of gives him a way to give back to his hometown community and really offer a great program that hopefully a lot of these kids can come and take advantage of.
Now, is there a link between wrestling and martial arts, do you think?
Actually, with the explosion of mixed martial arts, a lot of the best fighters have a wrestling background, because it's just so great for your top game for the being on the ground, as far as being able to dominate your opponent into ground and pound, or kind of work your ground game after you take them to the mat. So. Now,
Julian, have you thought about going into mixed martial arts after you finish your wrestling career?
Yeah, I have. I mean, tons of people always ask me, you'd be great at mixed martial arts because I have a good wrestling background, but I mean, I'm not really sure if that's something that I want to do, but I mean, the option's there, so.
All right. Well, your kids will not be learning any of the crazy moves yet, but they will be learning some of the basics of wrestling coming up a little bit later in the show. We're going to show you what your kids can learn if they come here.
Are you going to wrestle this morning, Kristen?
No.
I didn't think so.
I'm not staying tuned for this.
Kristen Aguirre is hitting the mat this morning in Keokuk at River City Mall.
Yeah, Kristen, what's going on?
Good morning. Well, we are learning about the new wrestling camp that's being held here at Mixed Martial Arts University in the River City Mall in Keokuk. Now, it's not really new. It's new for the summer. How many years have you guys been holding this?
This will be the third year that I've been doing this with Clue. Yep, getting together with him and just he's letting me do the camp at his place. So. Why do you think it's so important to kind of get kids involved with wrestling at a young age? Well, one of the reasons is that a lot of the current coaches today they're kind of out of date with a lot of their technique, and they fall behind because they don't really watch a lot of collegiate wrestling and international, world, and Olympic wrestling. So this is definitely going to bring them back up to par with everything. So with us now is we have CJ, our wrestler. So you're going to show us a few of some moves that you teach the kids when they first come here. So what do they need to know when they first get started in wrestling? Well, first thing and the most important thing is probably going to be your stance. And that is the crucial main thing that you need to improve. Even like Coleman Scott at Oklahoma State, he was still working on his stance, when he won his bronze medal. So what's the stance? All right. Well, he's gonna break down, and you want his rib cage over his knee, and his feet should be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and he just needs to be in a good athletic stance, like a shortstop would be in. CJ looks hardcore. He looks very intense. I'm scared of him right now. Well, we're going to continue to show you what your kids can learn if you'd send them here to the camp. It's at River City Mall at Martial Arts University. For more tips, you can check out our website, connecttristates.com. Now, I know nothing about wrestling, so I'm hoping, do you have some tips that you can give me?
No, he doesn't either. Tegan says she does. Now, I can imagine the shoes after watching how he, kind of trapped.
At the River City Mall in Keokuk this morning.
She's learning what it takes to be a college wrestler, hitting the mat this morning. Kristen?
That's right, I am hitting the mat. But before, I said I'll learn a little bit of wrestling, but only if I could have a pink leotard. But then I learned, Julian told me that they're not called leotards, they're called singlets.
Ooh.
So, and
when
CJ
guys wear them,
does not want to wear a pink singlet. Okay. No, CJ? No? Okay, so what's the next thing we're going to teach some of the kids here?
Well, For CJ, I'm going to have him start out going through his stance and motion, and I'm going to incorporate like down blocking with his head and reshots, which a lot of younger wrestlers aren't familiar with. It's more of a higher level.
So what do these do for your skill?
It just really trains. It creates a muscle memory, it's called, where your muscles do so many repetitions of a move and of a drill that it just feels like second nature when you step on the mat. And automatically, you just hit moves automatically.
All right, let's get started. Let's put CJ to work.
All righty. All right. Start stance of motion, moving, circling. Down block. Down block reshot. Sprawl. Sprawl. Keep going. Keep on your own. One of the things that I've been helping CJ with at this camp is his sprawl. A lot of the younger kids like to throw their legs back instead of throwing their hips straight down to the mat. And when you throw your hips straight back, it allows for your opponent to be able to get underneath your legs and pick you up. But if you put all your weight down to your hip and come to one side, then it makes it a lot harder for your opponent to like drive through your hips.
All right, well, I'm hoping Julian can teach me some moves so I can elbow cameraman Mark.
Again, as we point out often, cameraman Mark is about 6'8", so
Yeah,
good
that
luck
just-
with
I mean, I could take him, Chad. I'm scrappy. Once Julian teaches me a few moves, onto the mat.
I think I'm already tired just watching it. The up downs, oh goodness.
Is live in Keokuk this morning, and she's wearing a helmet.
She's live at River City Mall learning about a new camp. What's going on, Kristen?
That's right. I am learning all about a wrestling camp being held here at Martial Arts University in the River City Mall in Keokuk. Now, I have my headgear on because I need to be safe when I'm with these two. They are very vicious. So what are we going to be doing next, Julian?
We're going to start out with blocking with our head and focusing on our head positioning. That's one of the key elements in wrestling, and if you go overseas, you see it a lot overseas. Guys really just block with their head. You can barely touch their legs because their first line of defense is their head. So we're going to focus on blocking with their head, and I'm going to take some shots on CJ here. Oh. He's going to block with his head. And as you can see, when you block with your head, you know, it's not always not always pretty.
Yeah, and that's where you got that scar from.
Yeah, that's right. Got some stitches in practice from it.
Ooh. See, that's why I have this piece on, just in case when I'm watching them, I hit my head or something. Now, CJ, are you ready to take him on?
Yep.
Do you think you can do it?
Yes.
All right, let's go, guys.
All right.
This is scary.
Block with your head, and then you're going to do some reshots on me. All right. Put your hands on me.
Now, this is some stuff that they can get some personal one-on-one training with you in camp, right, Julian?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at CJ go. He's good. He doesn't need any headgear like me. Well, I still feel a little unsafe, so I got to wear this. But coming up a little bit later in the show, we're going to continue to show you what you can learn if you attend the camp. Now, there's definitely still time for you to send your kids here. We'll have more details coming up, a little bit of break, and you can always check out connecttristates.com.
Her biggest fear is going to be taking that microphone back to her mouth and like hitting herself in the,
I know,
in
and
the chin.
yeah, it's nice to have a chin guard now, Kristen.
Keep the headgear.
Arts University in Keokuk at the River City Mall, and we're talking wrestling camp. Now, all morning we've been showing everyone a little bit about what they can expect, and Julian, you're going to be coaching this, and you're actually wrestling currently.
Yes, that's true. I'm going to go over a setup to a high crotch, and from there I'm going to have him switch off to a double and finish the shot on me.
And then so we have CJ with us, and he's kind of taking part in everything. Now, you started the camp yesterday, CJ. Now, how has it helped you out so far?
I've learned down block reshot.
Is it fun?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, well, show us some of your moves here, guys.
All righty. This is going to be a post high crotch to a double.
Ooh. Look at CJ taking him down. Yeah. Awesome job, guys. Now, why is this move so important for wrestling?
Well, this move works at the highest levels. I've seen it done in, many collegiate matches, international matches, at the world and Olympic level. So it's just a real successful move.
CJ, was it easy to take him down?
Yes.
Well, coming up a little bit later, we're going to continue to talk to these guys and tell you how you can get your kid involved with the wrestling camp.
All right, thank you, Kristen.
Kristen Aguirre, who is taken to the mat at River City Mall, talking about wrestling, her favorite thing of all time.
How's it going, Kristen?
Listen, I think I should be a wrestler. From everything, would you guys think I can make a wrestling team?
They have to say yes.
I think that's a no. So, Julian, you're going to be teaching. What was that, CJ? It is a no. God, CJ is a tough crowd. Now, you're teaching the camp here, Julian. Why do you think it's important to teach kids at a young age to kind of the fundamentals of wrestling?
Well, one of the main reasons is that just a lot of them they don't really know a whole lot about going to that next level, and this camp will help them kind of make that transition, from either middle school to high school, elementary to middle school. It'll help them with that transition.
Yeah, and Julian here is actually a current wrestler at Oklahoma State University, so the kids will be learning from hands-on, directly from someone who's still kind of in the business now. And Chris, this is actually Martial Arts University. You own this, and it was your idea to hold this camp. Now, why did you want to have this camp here?
Well, I've known Julian for a while, personally, and it just seemed like with what he's doing with the sport of wrestling, I mean, when you get someone that's actually done what he's done for the sport, I mean, it's really good to see him be able to come back and, help out the kids that, maybe want to someday do the same thing. And we're doing the camp divided into two segments. We'll have a Thursday through Saturday one that you can still enroll for. So, hopefully some parents will see this and decide that maybe their kids can learn a lot from him, because I think he has a lot to offer for wrestlers in the area.
Yeah, and speaking of kids that have learned a lot, CJ is our top wrestler this morning. Now, have you learned a lot of stuff from Julian?
Yes.
Why would you encourage kids to come try this camp out?
Because I think it's a sport that they would like, and I think they should watch like high school and college wrestling. And
What was it fun to take down your coach this morning?
yes.
Yeah. Well, you can try to take down Julian. We'll have more information on how you can join the camp by checking out our website at connecttristates.com.
All right, checking out our...
Well, if you're interested in attending the wrestling camp here at Martial Arts University at Keokuk River City Mall, make sure you check out our website at connecttristates.com. The next one kicks off this Thursday, and your kids can learn some new moves.